Good afternoon, Pokésports. It's your host, Mike, and I play with two Pokemon on the field. Today, I'm playing with Manny's team, Manny SS23 on Discord. Thank you so much, Manny, for sharing this team with me. And folks, if you want to go and share your Regulation D teams, please go and do so in the Rental Codes chat in our Discord. The link is down below in Pokesports.info if you'd like to join that. We're always looking for new teams, and this one is just really, really cool. I'll read a little bit of what they said here. Manny says, I've crafted a unique Regulation D team spotlighting Salamence. While Dragonite has been gaining traction in the meta, I wanted to give a nod to Salamence, especially given its Intimidate advantage. Yes, I'm really glad that Manny compared the Salamence to Dragonite because it's just such an easy comparison, right? It's also a dragon flying type. The Tera type is usually normal or flying on Dragonite, but for Salamence, you can have the Steel type in order to, I don't know, get rid of the fairy weakness that Flutter main is running around doing, you know, or giving out. Salamence has a lot of good coverage moves, right? You've got Dragon Claw, Dual Wing Beat. This Earthquake is, you know, pretty strong on this team. You don't have any other ground type moves on this team. And then Brick Break you do have in Chien-Pao, but being able to break screens is actually pretty interesting. So I would like to kind of experiment with that. Plus, you've also got Intimidate on Salamence. That's something that Manny mentioned. And, you know, where Dragonite can serve itself in taking half damage from multi-scale on that first hit, Salamence pretty much achieves a similar thing in that it can drop the opponent's attack while also having the Assault Vest to boost its special defense. So, I don't know. I think if you're trying to compare that to a Dragonite, you're doing a pretty good job by bringing in the Salamence looking like this. You've also got Heatran with Tera Bug. That one is interesting to me, and I'm curious why we're using Heatran with a Tera Bug. Let's see what they say here. While I couldn't secure any Tera Shards for grass, there it is. I found an unexpected asset in Heatran. As a bug type, it's been a revelation, often drawing an Earthquake or stopping Tantrum close combat from opponents, which it resists. That's a very good point. It's a very good point. If you want to keep your Heatran alive from the things that would normally KO it, that's Tera Bug for you. Usually if you do want to make that Tera Grass, and I think that is probably the next step for this, it will still be good, you know? Then you've got Amoonguss doing Amoonguss things, Chien-Pao and Flutter main doing Chien-Pao and Flutter main things. The one thing that I'm going to try and be a little cognizant of is that Sableye, while I love Sableye, get that awake. While I love Sableye, Encore fake out Will-O-Wisp, very utility heavy, but the thing that I'm actually scared of is using Will-O-Wisp and then bringing in Chien-Pao. Because as much as Will-O-Wisp is good and can drop attack, then you bring in Chien-Pao with Sword of Ruin and the attack goes back up, you know? So you kind of negate that a little bit. You don't fully negate it because Will-O-Wisp cuts more than Chien-Pao serves. But anyway, that's just one quick thing. I love Encore. I love Fake Out. Knockoff is an underappreciated asset in VGC. I will say that until I see it way more. But I do think that knocking off berries or leftovers or booster energies in some cases, if the sun's up, is a major asset. I'll live with that. Anyway, let's go into the dance floor. Let's see if we can't go and pull out some wins. And let's go and have some fun. Okay, follow me now. Let's go. All right, going up against Cam here. One thing I want to remember about my Heatran is that it doesn't actually have Earth Power. It's a thing that is good against other Heatrans, but is not necessarily always the thing to use. This one does have Bug Tera Blast, interestingly enough, which does actually come into relevance here. Nah, it doesn't. Never mind. Maybe against the Dark Urshifu, if that's a Dark Urshifu, but Heat Wave can do just as well as Bug Tera Blast against the Rillaboom, can do damage to the Golden Go, and then Flash Cannon can go on the Grimmsnarl. Now that said, because their utility mon is Grimmsnarl, I don't want to bring out Sableye. Is that weird? Is that right? Is that wrong? I think that's right. I'm pretty sure I don't want to be bringing out Sableye here. Amoonguss could do quite a bit of work here. Yeah, I think I'll bring that in the back. I think actually bringing Heatran, Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, Amoonguss can do quite well. Looking at Salamence, the problem I have with that right now is just that it doesn't seem to do too much against this immediate team. The Intimidate doesn't help too much against the Urshifu. Intimidate helps against the Rillaboom. Dual Wheat? That's a good cereal. It sounds like a good cereal. Dual Wing Beat could do well against the Rillaboom, but no, I'm going to be questioning every time that I don't bring this Salamence looking at their team. Against the Grimmsnarl there, I mean, it wouldn't have worked. Against the Zapdos, it wouldn't really have worked. I guess I could have Dragon Clawed that for neutral damage, but I don't think so. Okay, let's go for a Flash Cannon for sure against the Grimmsnarl. That's why this is here. And then Dazzling Gleam. Okay, I feel like the easy solution is always just Tera Fairy, Dazzling Gleam, right? Who gets fake outed here? Heatran gets fake outed here. If Heatran gets fake outed, I don't care. Yeah, this is what I do. I do Terrastalize. If you have a Fluttermane with Protosynthesis on, and you have Tera active, 6 times out of 10 you're gonna choose Tera Fairy. You're gonna choose to Terrastalize. Yeah, so that fake out's gonna heat the Hitran, but because they did that, there's no light screen. The reason that I still attacked with the Heatran instead of going for a Protect was because if they had gone for a light screen, then that would have been a KO on the Grimmsnarl. So I didn't want to play that game. I'm gonna hit him with a Heat Wave. Is that just expressly the wrong thing to do? Yeah, no, I think that's right. Because Fluttermane is gonna go first with the Dazzling Gleam. Oh, wait, did they just use Tailwind? Status. Yeah, they did. Why don't I Protect? If that's just going to be there anyway. Yeah, this turn's going to happen anyway. Let's hit a double Protect. They're going to probably set up a screen here, right? So this at least uses 1 turn of Tailwind. Yeah, Light Screen was always going to happen because that had priority. And then Thunderbolt, wasn't sure who that was going to hit. He's going to hit the Heatran. Cool. Knowing this, do I switch over to the Amoonguss? I don't mind. Then I won't KO the Zapdos this turn. I KO the Zapdos if I Dazzling Gleam and Heat Wave. I think I want to do that. Yeah, that'll be single target. Yeah, so I would do 1 Heat Wave, actually. Dazzling Gleam on this. I may KO the Zapdos, to be honest. But interestingly enough, the Grimmsnarl chose not to go for setting up the other screen, which is a little short-sighted, in my opinion, if you have Light Clay. Because what that means is that later on when I bring out this Chien-Pao, they're just not going to have Reflect up for that. So probably went for a Spirit Break on my Fluttermane. Anyway, so yeah, that KOs both of those Pokemon. Now I do have Golden Go to worry about. Golden Go and Gastrodon. I think I do want to do the same thing that I did the last time. There's 1 turn left on Tailwind. Yeah, I'm going to want to protect. I kind of want to protect both, but this could be a nasty plot. And even if it is a nasty plot, I'm okay with that. Golden Go's a scary Pokemon, though. Ah. They were trying to KO the Heatran this turn. They were trying to yawn the Heatran this turn. Interesting. Well, now Tailwind's going to Peter, and I have a couple of different options here, right? Fluttermane, if I didn't protect last turn, then this would have been kind of different, but I do want to switch out into Amoonguss here. Feels a little strange, but I think is the right thing to do. I could, oh yeah, just use a straight up energy ball on this Gastrodon, take that thing down, goodbye. So I'm pretty sure Amoonguss can live one hit. And unless this is a terrestrialization on this Gastrodon, which I can't imagine it would be, I imagine that this is going to be on the Golden Go. There we go. Going to be Steel Water. All right. Well, suddenly me keeping the Heatran alive means a lot less. And me having the Fluttermane alive means a lot more. But I don't think that Fluttermane is living through this. Oh, it didn't even KO the Gastrodon. Man, that thing is so tanky. That thing is so tanky. I really hope the Make It Rain doesn't KO, but there's very little chance that it does. Oh my gosh. Okay. Beautiful. Well, maybe I should change something about what I was about to do. Yeah, actually, you know what? If I just... I mean, yeah, I'll just Giga Drain the Golden Go, sack the Fluttermane here. Do I want to sack the Fluttermane, though? Yeah, I want to sack the Fluttermane. Because I want to KO the Gastrodon this turn. Yeah. Yeah, let's just get him out of here. Gastrodon's going to protect, so they're going to KO the Fluttermane here, which is fine. I think I have other ways of KOing that Gastrodon. Oh, it's going for Nasty Plot. But next turn I can KO the Gastrodon. Wait a minute. I'm pretty confident that a +1 will KO the Amoonguss here, though. Maybe? Maybe? Wishful thinking? Is this wishful thinking? Because the Gastrodon Earth-powered, and that's what took out a lot of Amoonguss's HP before Make It Rain did. So if I'm not going to clear Smog right now, because after it uses Make It Rain next, it's going to be back to +0. But I can't go for Spore because good as gold. And I don't have Pollen Puff, so I can't go and heal up anybody. I can go for the Giga Drain here. Again, yeah, on Golden Go. I think that's just the way to go. Fluttermane is eventually going to fall. Fluttermane is eventually going to fall, and I need the Gastrodon to go down before it can double into my Amoonguss. I could have protected Fluttermane there, but if I had done that, the Gastrodon would have Earth-powered the Amoonguss again. Okay, and Amoonguss goes down anyway. It's fine. Of course, because there's a crit. Here I like mathed it all out. I was like, oh, I'm so excited to see what would happen. Is it going to KO the Amoonguss? So we'll never know. We will never know. That's great. But still, I have Chien-Pao and Heatran in the back, which is great. It's quite a scary combination, and Chien-Pao has at least 2 attacks because of Choice Scarf. They might want to protect this turn, and okay. I could expand that to 3 turns if I assume that they're going to Nasty Plot or protect here. No. We go for a Sucker Punch. Because then also, if they go for a Tera Blast on my Heatran to try and take that out, then Sucker Punch will connect at least. So I guess I'm going to want a Heat Wave. No, I want a Flash Cannon just in case. No, I want a Heat Wave. Yeah. Okay, so it is going for an attack here. Does incredibly little. Now, the thing that I'm a little scared of here is showing off... Oh, it missed. Is showing off Sucker Punch. Because what they could do is just alternate between Protects and Nasty Plots for the next little bit. But thankfully, I do have Sacred Sword. It's starting to look like Heatran might be my one guy. Let's protect this turn. I want to see what happens. I want to see if they're going to protect or no. Because they might want to go for a Make It Rain to take that one little bit. Yeah, ha 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 ha. There's the Nasty Plot. Anyway, here's Flash Cannon. It did very little. A Sucker Punch will finish this off, though. I go for Sucker Punches just in case. Oh, yeah, right, and they had Light Screen. Oh, this will be great. So this plus Stab is 105, and this plus nothing is 90. Do I really care for the extra 15? I don't think I do. I care enough. We'll do that. Yeah, they're trying to get a little bit of leftovers up there. That's fine. I care less for the Sucker Punch. Right now, I care very much less for the Sucker Punch. I think the right thing to do is to go for a Sacred Sword. Sacred Sword plus a Flash Cannon. Because if that's a Nasty Plot, and they're trying to go for broke here. Because I'm sure there are some people who are like, yeah, I agree with that. Just go for the attack already. But I really need to go through this. So if you'll please. If I go for a Sacred Sword now, and that hits, that'll probably bring them low enough. Heatran probably won't go down. Let's go for this. Because if this is a Nasty Plot, and a Sucker Punch doesn't hit, then next turn, this turn they get leftovers, and then next turn they can protect and get leftovers again. So. Shadow Ball. Oh no, they were going for Shadow Ball! Ah! Sucker Punch would have done it! Sucker Punch would have absolutely done it! It's okay. I can just Sacred Sword again. I hate that I lost math. I hate that I lost at math. Come on. I win anyway. It doesn't matter, truly. But it was a fun exercise to go through. But what if it just doesn't make it rain, right? It has Tailwind. It has Protect. It has a Nasty Plot, and it has Make It Rain. What if it has a fourth attack? I'll just Sacred Sword the Golden Go. I hate you. It's the only thing they can do. It makes sense. Again, pretty sure it doesn't matter. It'll just be a little closer. I go for Sacred Sword on this. And if this thing lives at 1, I'm going to be incredibly miffed. No, we're good. That's me. I make games a little bit more complicated than they need to be. But maybe you can learn from that. Oh, Cam's got the good picture. Cool. All right. Mad respect to Cam for playing that out. That was a lot of fun. Okay, let's get into the next game. Okay, let's go. All right, going up against 3H. I'm looking at the Salamence and I'm thinking, can I, like every game, I need to now look at the Salamence and be like, can I bring that? Because at this point, I think that I can. I think that I absolutely can. Yeah. Because what I'm scared of right now with Salamence is the presence of ground type moves. Ground and ice type moves specifically, because I've got Tera Steel on the Salamence, but I've seen it happen so many times where, you know, I bring my Salamence to go and deal with Chen Pao. And then I'm like, oh, I can Tera Steel. Yeah, so I Tera Steel. And then, uh-oh, they have a Landorus as well. Two very popular Pokemon, both of which are not here. So I can definitely bring this Salamence. Do I bring it first? Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Heatran? No, not this time. No Heatran this time. Amoonguss? Yeah, well, maybe. We're on the way to bringing an Amoonguss in this game. But I just said that I'd bring Sableye. Yeah, I'm going to bring Chien-Pao and Fluttermane. I don't think I'm going to bring the Amoonguss. Specifically because of the Zapdos and the Pelipper. That is a double Hurricane, 100% chance to hit Hurricane that I do not want to deal with my Amoonguss. Rawr. Okay, here we go. My opponent is going to be sending out Urshifu and Pelipper first. So this is Urshifu Rapid Strike. And this is a good situation. Kinda. Because what I can do is dual Wing Beat. I could even Tera Steel. No, I'm not going to Tera Steel. I thought for a second that was Tera Flying, but no, I just fully mentioned that it wasn't. Yeah, we dual Wing Beat this, and we Fake Out? Do I Fake Out? Yes, I think I have to. Otherwise, I lose the Sableye, do I not? If I keep the Sableye targeting the Pelipper, then this thing just goes for the Rapid Strikes on Sableye and destroys my life. So we do this. Yes! Yes! Makes so much sense to crit here. Love this. Love that for me. Crit mattered. Crit mattered. I'm so convinced that the Fake Out crit mattered here. Wow. All right. There's a fun little Tailwind. Makes the game a little bit harder for me, but it's okay because now that Pelipper just won't know what to do with itself for the rest of the game. I'm going to have to Encore that. Right? They're going to Golden Go. This guy can Golden Go to the poles. I'm going to go and Encore this thing. Do I even want to get this thing out? No, I don't think there's a way for me to. Yeah, we're gonna Encore this guy right here. Ah. You can't. Oh, all right. Well, then you know what? Let's keep that going. Do that again. Poor guy. Stop critical hitting, man. Oh my gosh. You know what? It's fine. I have a berry. Does some damage. There we go. I'm okay with this. I am okay with this because now I can go for a Dragon Claw on the. Do I really want to do damage to the Pelipper? I just want to try and KO it here. I'm not going to KO it here. It's going to KO my Salamence first, right? If it gets another critical hit, that's a KO on my Salamence, but I think I do want to actually just Dragon Claw this. How many turns left on Tailwind? 2. I will try to knock off this just in case they swap that out or something. I don't know. Or maybe nasty plot that back up. I don't. Man. That's water. That's water. Truly, yeah, beautiful. Thank you for not hitting me with the critical hit that turn. Truly, I did not know that Good as Gold didn't let you be hit by Helping Hand. Didn't know it. Did not know it. Because now I can bring out Chien-Pao and try for the Sucker Punch. KO it like that. Beat it with priority rather than beat it with gumption. So I go for the dual wing beat here. Oh, dual wing beat, Dragon Claw, Dragon Claw. I like dual wing beat because I have twice as many chances to crit, but I also have the chance to miss, and I don't want that. So we're gonna go for a Sucker Punch on this. Let's try and take that out. This is a fairy type. No, it's not. It's just Zapdos. Oh, good. And I actually do manage to take out the Golden Go. That thing could have gone for so many other moves in order to not go down. But, you know, I chose. Here we go for Dragon Claw. Shabam. Static. Okay. Oh, never mind. I don't have to worry about a static Salamence. I can just just send out my next guy. It's fine. Here we go. There's Fluttermane. That's good that I don't have to worry about Tailwind here. Oh, that's real nice. What are they sending out? Developer. Yeah. Yeah. This is pretty good. Activate Protosynthesis, my speed. We're going to go for that Tera Fairy Dazzling Gleam, as we always do. I could also go for a Sucker Punch on the Zapdos. I don't know what else it could possibly do. I mean, I'm faster than it, so I should just go for an Ice Spinner. Yeah, I will. Because if I go, yeah, because if I go for a Sucker Punch, sorry, the music stopped, so did my brain. If I went for a Sucker Punch and I hit the Zapdos, and yes, I do some damage, and yes, Tera Fairy Dazzling Gleam is more likely to KO it, but I also get hit with Rocky Helmet, breaking my sash, and I also get hit with Static, possibly, and paralyze myself. So it's better to go after the Fluttermane. Definitely better to go after the Fluttermane so that neither of those things happen. Anyway, that was a fun second game. Let's get into our fun third game. All right, let's go. All right, sorry, give me 2 seconds. I'm just finishing getting all of the ingredients for my Snorlax and Pokemon Sleep. Gotta go and give it lunch. You gotta remember to feed your Snorlax lunch, my friends. You just got to 32 ingredients, no problem. Anyway, what are we doing? There's Penguin. Penguin with water compaction. Oh, this is water compaction Palisand. I love this with Co-Star Flamigo. How do we ruin this person's life? Sableye. Sableye is how we ruin this person's life. Yeah, we're going to bring in Sableye here, and also, they might just bring in Dondozo. But if they do, then that thing's getting encored to death. So I bring in Fluttermane to deal with other Fluttermane, or do I bring Sableye? I am bringing Sableye. Do I bring Heatran? Because here's the problem. I need something to swap Sableye into if Fluttermane is there. I can't lead with this guy. I lead with Fluttermane. I bring that in the back. And then I also bring in Amoonguss. That might be the worst choice that I made right there, is bringing in the Amoonguss in the back. might have been a very bad decision, but we will see. We will indeed see. Penguin with the shiny Grumpig of all things. Lovely. Fluttermane and Tatsugiri. Yeah. That is a Pokemon I'm afraid of. So here is what I could do. Okay. There's many different paths that lead to victory here. If I fake out the Tatsugiri, I can take that down with a Dazzling Gleam. Ruin the strategy. If I target the Fluttermane and it terastallizes to take out my Sableye, I have a good time with that. But what if it just doesn't terastallize and lets fake out happen? So let's go midway here. Fake out the Tatsugiri. Shadow Ball the Fluttermane. What? It's Steel. Yeah, fake out would have been so nice here. Fake out Dazzling Gleam. Oh, I'm so sad that I didn't hit him with a fake out Dazzling Gleam. Next turn, though. Next turn, though. Could be good. We hit the Tatsu. We hit the Shadow Ball. And it Perish Songs. Oh, now hold on here. Now hold on here. There is... oh, hold on. Hold on here. That means that it's probably going to swap out. Doesn't it? Why would it? It's doing that so the Dondozo can... the Tatsugiri can perish in the thing's mouth, and it's going to have to swap that in now. This is my one turn to do it, so I'm going to Encore the Fluttermane and I guess Energy Ball the Fluttermane as well? No, sorry, that's Dazzling Gleam. It has to be Dazzling Gleam, because if they're going to swap out, then they're going to swap out into Dondozo, and that's just going to take Dazzling Gleam damage. And if they don't, then Tatsugiri is just going to go down to a Dazzling Gleam. Oh! It's keeping itself what? That does so little damage. I don't like it. Anyway, we've kept it Perish Songing. That is important. It's crazy how little damage that did. What is the plan then, my friend? We can go for Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp on Fluttermane. Burn the Dondozo on the switch in. Fearing that the man's Tatsugiri is about to fall. If we do that, an Energy Ball can also go onto the Fluttermane. I don't want to do it, but it's super effective, and I love doing that. Okay, see it happen, please. One time. One time. Yes! Yes! Swap into Dondozo and get hit with a burn and an Energy Ball. That's what I want. That is indeed what I want. I don't care if you perish in 2 turns. Maybe I can actually make it perish on the turn that it goes down. I don't know. We'll see. I doubt it because of all this Omni boostage that's going on right now. But still, we've got a Will-O-Wisp on it. Thank you. Eat a burn. And here I was worried that my biggest fear was a Dazzling Gleam from that Fluttermane. It still does pretty good amount of damage. Yes. Thank you for the special defense falling. What? Oh, yeah, right. It's healing. It won't be soon. Oh, wait, but its perish count is going to go down to 1, right? Yeah. Okay, so here's what I have to do now, unfortunately. We're going to switch out into Heatran, and we're going to switch out into Amoonguss, because I don't want to die. And I'm just going to now have to deal with a really scary Dondozo. Next turn, I do have Clear Smog for that. So that's something. Sableye comes back. Here's Heatran. And as long as it's no... Oh man, I really don't like... I really don't like that Flamigo's about to come in. That's really scary for me. Because watch this, yeah, so here's for those who have been out of the loop for a little while, right? Tatsugiri is right now inside the Dondozo's mouth. Tatsugiri's perish count falls to 0. It goes down. It just, bye. And now they can bring in a replacement Pokemon, which in this case is going to be Flamigo, the teeny, the small one. Flamigo's co-star means that co-star things happen. And I need this Amoonguss, I think. But in what world does this Amoonguss live? I don't think there is one. Because now let's look at their stats. Yeah, that's a special defense 1 for everybody and an attack 3 for everybody. Oh my goodness. I think this is kind of the only thing I can do, though. Just gotta believe in Amoonguss, right? It's a Brave Bird on an Amoonguss, though, at +3. In what world? In what world does that live? Let's be honest. Oh, but so much recoil. And of course, that doesn't affect Flamigo. Yeah, this Heatran's donezo. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, how do I do this? How do I navigate this? We've still got Flutter Mane. We've still got Tera Ghost Sableye that I brought out in complete fear of the Flutter Mane. How do we beat the raid boss? How do we beat the raid boss? Well, I still outspeed the Dondozo, right? If I go for a fake out on the Flamigo here, then I think I have one shot, and it's either going to be Dazzling Gleam, which is super effective on Flamigo, but normally effective on Dondozo, or I attack with Energy Ball, which is super effective on Dondozo. This is 180 power on Dondozo. This is 120 power on Dondozo, but also KOs a Flamigo in the process, which I don't know if is a good thing necessarily, because it's about to flinch. So I want to do this. Because, but still, you know, I don't know. I don't know if there's a good way out of this, right? Because Wave Crash just KOs my Flutter Mane straight out. That's going to KO the Dondozo as well, to be honest, but that's not the biggest problem that I have. The biggest problem is that I still have a Flamigo there. It's not also going to KO the Dondozo. It's going to bring it low, but it's not going to bring it low enough. This burn is not going to do. More than Leftovers does. But I'll go for a Will-O-Wisp on the Flamigo just to prove that I can, because unfortunately this game is over. The incredibly scary gimmick from Series 1 is still alive and well, and when it pops up, ooh, it's scary. It's bad and scary and good and bad. It's bad in a good way. It's like, oh, that thing's tight. Yeah, and he had a berry too. That's fun. Anyway, I mean, it's a fun thing to lose to. Right? I'm sure there were ways around that, though. You know, we managed to encore the... Oh, you know what? We managed to encore the Flutter main early. If I had swapped into Amoonguss earlier, then they wouldn't have been able to switch into Dondozo, and I could just keep on clear smogging. That's it. That's it. Okay. Well, this is experience. This is how, you know, this is how you go into game 2 and you think, what is the way that I beat that? And then you do game 2 and then you beat it. And then they have to completely change up their strategy for game 3. So it was a lot of fun. This game was a lot of fun. This team was a lot of fun. It's nice to start out a regulation with a team that is just kind of in the meta. So with that Heatran, Amoonguss, Chenpao, Fluttermane, those are 4 Pokemon that do just really well against a lot of things, which make it so that you can bring in some variants in your 5th and 6th Pokemon, right? So you've got Sableye and Salamence in this case. Sableye with the Fake Out support, the Encore support, Will-O-Wisp, a lot of good things to do. The one thing that I will say is I'm a little scared of Taunt because of this. But again, you've got Sableye being a dark type, so Prankster moves like a Tornadus Taunt doesn't go onto Sableye. Like that works really well. Plus you've also got Knockoff, which I feel like a lot of people don't really consider. I come from singles, right, where Knockoff was used all the time. And it was used because the items are such a big part of the game, and the items are still a big part of the game in VGC. So using Knockoff to go and take off an opponent's items, be it a choice band or a choice whatever, or even a focus sash, even though that doesn't, you know, it still activates if you KO the Pokemon with it, I believe. It at least gives you that extra bit of damage with Knockoff, so that if you do get taunted somehow, you at least have that kind of damage with that utility on it. Sableye is still doing something. Right, Salamence with Dragon Claw, Brick Break, Earthquake, and Dual Wing Beat, it can survive a lot of attacks if it doesn't get critical hitted with an Assault Vest. And the coverage that you get on Salamence is coverage that you don't get on almost all of the rest of your Pokemon. Right, you have 0 ground moves on this team. You have 1 other fighting move in Chenpao's Sacred Sword with Brick Break. Dragon Claw, you don't see any dragon moves in this game and in a lot of games. And then Dual Wing Beat, same kind of thing. You can replace this Salamence with the Dragonite and have that work pretty much the same that you want it to, but also give you that extra little boost of priority as well. It works really well with Chenpao, just as, you know, Dragonite does as well. So it's really cool. Anyway, this team is here for you to use. The team ID is here. I don't think there was a Pokepaste for this one, so either I'll make one at some point, or if somebody wants to go and make one and pop that in the rental codes chat, then I will absolutely go and do that. Big thanks to, who is this again? Manny SS23 for going to for sharing this team with us. So really appreciate that. And again, if you want to go and share your teams, please do so. Links down below, Pokesports.info. You can do that in our Discord in our rental codes chat. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm so excited for the rest of this regulation. It's going to be awesome. I've been Mike, and I play with 2 Pokemon on the field, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.